Hello everyone, this is Rachel from Sweet Bee Paper Co. I am here with another DEPHEMEREMBER video. This collaboration is hosted by 49 Dragonflies and Louise Hensel here on YouTube. I will link their channels below as well as my playlist for all of the other DEPHEMEREMBER videos I have done so far. So today we're doing day 19, which is stamp and page tab. And I have an idea, so let me show you what I'm thinking about. So I want to make a bunch of these whale tail style tabs. I don't have a whale tail punch. I'll show you how I make them with my 2-inch circle punch. But I want to make these with some of these coffee dyed or coffee sprayed note cards I made this morning. They turned out so cool. I mentioned this in another video, but I saw where Barbara had sprayed paper with coffee, and usually I just dip the papers and the note cards into the coffee solution and then dry them, but I love how they look with it sprayed. So I only sprayed one side of these because I know for quite a few of these I want to use those to make these tabs. So I just want to make a whole bunch of them. I don't think I'll make all these. That would be way too many, but we'll make a few pages at least, and then I want to stamp on them. So let me get a bunch of these punched out and made into this style, and I'll be right back. Before I go further, I wanted to show you how I make the tab, and I've seen this a few times here on YouTube, and I think I've shown it before too, but it's super easy. I think it's easier using a bigger round punch, but I believe you could make them with any size circle punch. So what you'll do with your circle is fold it in half. And not everyone will obviously have the same style punch as mine, but what I do with my punch, see there's like this raised rectangle in there. So what I do, and I experimented with this one a little bit, is I would put my little folded circle in and line it up with the edge of that rectangle. So turn yours over and take a look in there. Some of them are marked at like a halfway point or different markings, but see what yours has in there and kind of experiment with how far you need to put it in. That way each time you kind of have something to look at to eyeball for. So you just punch that side, put it in, punch the other side, and there is your tab. So if you want the corners to be a little more in, just push your tab in more or less. Just kind of experiment with your punch to see what shapes you get with it. Okay, I've got them all punched out and the sides punched out. And so these note cards are 5 by 8. So I was able to get 7 out of each of them. And I will use the rest of this paper and the little edges for something else. But I wanted to say too, don't feel like you need to run out to buy a 2-inch punch. You could use a lid of something to draw out a circle. I think this is a thing of Mod Podge. It's a little bit bigger than the 2 inches, but that would work too. So just try to find some things in your house you can trace around and cut them out. But if you are interested in this punch, I will link it below. I'm pretty sure I found it on Amazon. Okay, I am ready to start doing some splatters on them. So I want to do like how I had on my other large labels. We'll do black, white, and some gold on there. And for these, I'm using watercolors and white gouache. So these are all done. I just need to let them completely dry. Okay, so all of my little tabs are dry. They are looking really neat so far. Some of them have more dots on them than others. I didn't want to go too heavy with the dots so you could see the stamping on them. So I've got a bunch of my smaller stamps out. I'm just going to add some stamps to them. I think I'm going to just stick with black ink for these. Let's do a couple. I just re-inked my pad, so we'll see. That's cute with little mushrooms. So we don't have to put the stamps completely on the tabs. Just kind of enough on some of them to give them a little extra decoration. So I'm going to get all these stamped up. Okay, I have got them all stamped and they look so cool. I love how they turn out. I just used different stamps on them, and this number stamp set looked really neat. Adding some numbers to them that has a dot in it too, which I used quite a bit on most of them. They look so neat. It's really nice to have a whole bunch of them done to use for projects. I think the bird stamp and maybe the stamp are probably my favorite. I love this bunny stamp, but it's a little too big for these. The pine cone looks so cool on there. So I glued, also the mushroom one is my other favorite. So I glued one to this index card so we can kind of see what it looks like as a page tab. They look great. Excited to have these ready to go for my journals. But if you liked the video, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!